From the Texas Cheerlickers Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
And all that.
And all that, man.
And all that.
And all that. We're back, man. Working overtime for the people.
They don't know how lucky they are.
I had a thought yesterday.
What's that?
We were about an hour out from our show we did last night, and I thought, why the hell didn't we just make this the show of the day? We wound up doing 2 shows for y'all last night and yesterday. So you're welcome. Don't say that we don't help the people or we're not there for the people.
Yeah.
We're working hard. People don't realize that hours and hours and hours of prep time.
Well, yeah.
Set up, go into doing because so Joe Rogan does like 3-hour-long podcasts.
Sometimes more.
I cannot, I couldn't listen to my favorite podcast on earth for 3 hours. I don't know how he does that. He's a different animal. The rule of thumb for me is when I listen to a podcast, about an hour 15, and we're pretty good. I'm good, man.
I'm good with just the clips.
No matter who it is, the clips. But for real, like Jerry Seinfeld said something last year, a couple of years ago. It's like, I've been to so many stand-up comics where I'm like, wow, this guy's really funny. 45 minutes later, after he starts. But then, God, if we're sitting here at 90 minutes, I'm like, it goes from, wow, this guy's really, really good to, meh. How was it tonight? Because he went too long.
Yeah,
he
even
went too long.
The best specials are about $1.15.
Yeah.
Tops.
Yeah.
Tops.
For sure.
Tops.
But y'all never know the hours and grueling, painstaking, hard scrabble prep that goes into these 1 hours. So good morning. I'm losing my voice, actually, man. I've been talking a lot this week.
Well, it's from Saturday.
Barbecue, and then up late last night, driving home from Austin. Had a good time, though. I guess I'm not trying to bitch. I'm just saying. This is my second cup today. Normally it's 1 cup in the morning, 1 cup in the afternoon.
I've had 1.
We're on cup number 2. What time did y'all roll in last night?
We got home about 11:45, 12.
All right.
Somewhere in there.
Could have been worse.
It's fine.
Could have been worse.
And I'll save that for my punch
All right,
as to why it was a little late.
Yeah, Buki wound up buying a jerk. Look at him over there.
Buki ended up hanging out with the country folks longer than we did. Him and his brother found the bar, and they said, hey, let's stay. Me and Mike were out.
No, man. 2 THC drinks and watch out. Started,
Oh, yeah. Of course you did, you damn Gen Zer.
He's just starting rubbing elbows with me and my man, Jose Victor Lemmy.
Yeah, look at that. He's got his Lemmy shirt on. Very nice. He's representing the world's #1 ranked bull rider. Hey. Austin Gambler's own.
Is that the number 1?
3 times.
Oh, by
3
far.
times.
Yeah.
3 times.
He's the Steph Curry of bull riding, Is he the Michael Jordan of bull riding? Not sure on that just yet, but he's on his way. I would say he's at least like, I don't know, maybe the Kobe of bull riding, right?
That's fair.
Yeah, he might be. He's on his way to maybe being like the Joey Chestnut of bull riding.
Don't disrespect Lemmy like that. No disrespect.
What are you talking about? That's disrespecting Joey.
Man, listen. Let me tell you something.
Joey Chestnut, no one's ever been able to touch him.
A top 10 American all time.
There's no debe.
You don't get any credit from me because you can eat a lot of hot dogs. That's so stupid. Especially colluding myself in the fattest country in the world. That's stupid.
What about clams, oysters? He has all the records.
I don't know that anyone's ever been better at anything than Joey Chestnut is at eating.
Michael Phelps.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, that's a good comeback.
Usain Bolt.
Those that can be argued. Lemmy is approaching. I'm not going to say he's the Usain Bolt.
Simone Biles. I can keep going. Let's stop.
Joey's on these names. He's in the level.
Jose's getting there, man. He really is. So is Chestnut.
I'm not talking about Lemmy. Lemmy's a real athlete.
Oh, you know about Chestnut?
Come on.
I'm not giving that guy no credit for eating hot dogs.
Dude, and he looks like me. He doesn't even have he's just got a little gut. He's not like one of those morbidly obese mukbangers.
I did not think Mike Taylor would be a fan of Joey Chestnut.
I'm not. Look, man, I think that competitive eating thing is weird, but you cannot
mukbanging
deny,
hot dog. They stuffed the bread in water.
I know it's weird, but you can't deny the dominance the dude's had.
The dominance.
Rudy, he has dominated the shit out of that thing. I'm not saying it's not weird. I mean, someone's the best at everything, right?
Right, yeah.
The greatest serial
He's the
killer.
greatest eater. He's the greatest competitive eater.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not going to I'm not comparing him to. I mean, okay.
You're not comparing him to Tom Brady. I got you.
Okay, he's the Ted Bundy of. What do you want to compare him to? Of oddball things, someone's always the best at something. Everything has a growth.
Trying to think.
No, there's probably there's a greatest murderer of all time.
I would give whoever the greatest chess player is.
Greatest assassin.
Whoever the greatest chess player is of all time gets more props than Chestnut.
It's the Russian Kasparov, isn't it?
He's more important than Chestnut.
Okay.
Wow.
The Sergei Kasparov or whatever the Russian chess champion.
It's weird. I just did not think Mike would have time for it. But I know you love winners.
I love a good
whatever
bit,
it is,
and I like a good bit. And competitive eating is a bit. It's not. I'm not.
But wait.
What
then? Is he even better than the Asian?
Yes.
Kobayashi?
Is he better than Kobayashi?
Oh,
mentally dominated him. Yeah.
Smoked his ass. He basically ended Kobayashi's career because once
Kobayashi was past his prime.
No,
he didn't. Prime Kobayashi versus prime Chestnut. Who wins? Prime Kobayashi.
Joey, and it's not
Joey,
close.
Rudy, because he's got the all-time record by like 5 times over. Like the 5 greatest hot dog performances of all time.
They're all Chestnut.
They're all Joey.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and when he showed up, it fucked Kobayashi's head up so badly. Whether he was approaching the end of his prime or not,
it's crazy. I'm talking about prime and
warped
competitive
his
eating.
brain. Chestnut came in, this goofy-looking white boy, like Woody Harrelson on White Men Can't Jump. He's not. He looks. I mean, he's got a dad bod, but he's not like he's fat or one of these morbidly obese mukbangers.
No, he's not.
Although Kobayashi weighed about $130, he just showed up he's got something up with his body. I hope that Joey Chestnut donates his body to science because he's probably missing some sort of neck bone. He's got some sort of issue in his guts that allow more to be put in. You know? And yes, of course, it's gross and it's weird and it's not a sport, but it's a competitive endeavor. I mean, there's the greatest gambler of all time. There's the greatest bank robber of all time.
Is pickleball a sport?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And these kids that played on the elite level are really, 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 really great at what they do.
You're okay with pickleballers too. Damn, you're getting older. Because 35-year-old Mike Taylor wouldn't have no time for pickleball.
Well, maybe 35-year-old Taylor wasn't as smart as he is now.
That's fair. 35-year-old Rudy isn't as smart as for. Well, shit, I don't know. Yeah.
Look, there was no pickleball at 35. I mean, have you played pickleball?
Yeah.
I mean, have you played solo pickleball?
What do you mean when you say solo?
Because without a double. Have you played singles?
No. It's a workout. I know. Look, I'm not saying it's not a workout. It's a workout.
Yeah.
It's a workout. I'm not knocking the calories. I'm just like, if I got little short chubby friends that play pickleball.
Yeah, but they don't do it well. You got little short chubby friends that go to the park and shoot hoops too. They don't make them athletes.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wait, if the short chubby guy can do it, is it a sport?
Yeah. Hey man, thanks everybody. We had
Thank y'all. We had a
hell of
blast.
time. That was big
Moving
time. That was awesome last night. Thanks to JJ Gotch of the Austin Gamblers.
Who's a boss.
Yeah, he's a boss, man.
Had the crowd going crazy.
Thank you.
One of the baddest watches I've ever seen.
Rudy was enamored by JJ's Submariner.
That bitch was emerald green. That bitch was so clean. I was nice. Like, because he flicked that wrist and looked at his watch. He's like, yo, about 5? I was like, God damn. I kept it cool. Act like I've been there before. But as soon as he walked off, I was like, you see that watch?
We were surrounded by high rollers for sure. And
man,
to be able to do our show on the floor of ACO Live was pretty cool. No other podcast or radio show or broadcast.
Nobody else was there except us.
And the official PBR broadcasters. That's it.
Yeah, that was it.
It was us and them. And that was cool to be a fly on their wall.
A bunch of influencers.
Yeah, they let pretty people. Well, JJ's a great marketer.
He is great.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jose has a video, but JJ was able to get Schlossnagel and Sean Miller to come out to the draft and announce the gambler's pick.
Just like the NFL's done over the years, where they have like celebrity people that announce the picks. Yeah, they had Sean Miller, new basketball coach, and Schloss, new baseball,
UT.
First year. Of course. If they don't know that, then I don't want them watching our show. Fuck off if you don't know who these people are. So he had them come out last night, introduce the first-round draft pick.
That was cool.
A Brazilian, of course.
That wasn't there.
Had him on via satellite, but they'll get his paperwork done. You know who one of the primary sponsors of the PBR is? U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, baby. They'll get all those kids have their papers. Trust me.
They
do it right.
Know your audience.
Yeah, those gamblers don't have to sneak over the border.
No.
All we're asking is to fill out the paperwork, man. That's all you got to do.
The gamblers are able to give him $15,000 to get the paperwork done.
Well, that's fine. They're still doing it the right way. Yeah. So it was great. Good times last night. Really cool to be on that scene. Thank you to the PBR. Thank you to the Austin Gamblers, and had a great time. And thanks to Carlos, who was like assisting Bouquet last night and kicked ass and made us look
Bookie's
tremendous.
big brother is so put together, so organized, so good at what he does. Not that Bookie isn't.
Has gel in his hair.
But the thing about it is, Bookie, I'm going to be harder on you. And I'm going to tell you why. Because your sister, your brother-in-law, your big brother, you have enough role models to get your shit together, son. There's no excuse. Like, again, I'm going to give you 27. Yeah. When I was 27, I was a knucklehead, too. I'm still a knucklehead. But when I was 27, I was a knucklehead. So I'm going to give you some time. Mm-hmm. But I am going to push you a little harder because now I'm seeing like, wait, it's not like you got a bunch of croc-wearing, pajama pants-wearing people to follow. You got people in your family doing big-time shit.
Yeah. And by the way, here's your video.
The pick, I'd like to welcome up Sean Miller, who is the head basketball coach for the University of Texas. Who is SEC Coach of the Year for the Texas Longhorns.
Champion. Am I right on that, Mike?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Of course. One of the 8 SEC champions in the SEC this year from UT. That's the school of note in the Southeast Conference.
Don't do this.
They are.
Don't do this.
8 conference championships.
We do. You're UT. We go by natties.
Okay. Well, I think they won 6 of those. Those 8, yeah.
Let's
6
fact check
natties
that.
this year.
6?
Men and women swimming, golf.
Volleyball.
I think, volleyball. Girls volleyball. I'm too short. I think rowing won the natty.
UT has a rowing team?
They got one of the top 10 in the country.
I thought those are only Ivy Leagues that rowed.
No, Texas is
everything.
Is an Ivy League.
If there's a sport, Texas has it.
Texas is an Ivy League school that's not in the Ivy League.
Yeah,
absolutely. So that was badass. That was our view, and real good job by the Bouquet brothers last night. Although Carlos's last name is not Bouquet, it's something else. What is it? Aranguren.
Sounds like some good seasoning.
The Venezuelans, they have weird Mexican names. They don't have like Gonzalez.
Yeah, because it's not. Yeah,
it's Bouquet.
There you go.
Aranguren.
Bouquet. I don't give a shit what no one says. Bouquet is not Venezuela.
It's not. It's French.
Okay.
Altuve.
Bouquet.
Yeah, Vienciaga. They have some strange names in Venezuela. So thanks to the brother who also brushes his hair, unlike his younger brother.
Has product in his hair, does the whole thing. By the way, to add to more intrigue, I learned recently that my dad once guarded the Pope in Venezuela. So that makes my family even more intrigued.
That makes me, I'm going to be pushing your ass.
Yeah.
You have no excuse, sir. You have no excuse to be a slacker.
Look, no disrespect to Bouquet, but we are learning more about how his family is pretty together and accomplished. Like, so the brother is the executive producer of the television show Snapped about murderous women that all of our wives love to beat. Like Nina will stop down and go on a Snapped binge.
My wife, too.
On occasion. And Bookie's brother is the executive producer. His sister's an Emmy award-winning television news reporter. His brother-in-law is one of the main play-by-play voices for the Mexican Soccer League.
And his dad did security for the Pope.
And his dad ran security.
And he got on pajamas and Crocs and a backwards hat.
This is what pisses me off about kids like Bouquet that are born with 3 silver spoons in their mouth.
Oh. 3?
I think you should be more accomplished in your life by now than producing me and Rudy, is all I'm saying. Have you thought about going back to school, son?
What's the point of that?
He's a cowboy. He's an Okie State cowboy.
Yeah, and he went to Oklahoma State.
For 1 year.
Where you can literally major in coloring at Oklahoma State.
That's fucked up.
Outside the lines are tests up there, you know? Jesus. Des Bryant had a degree from that fucking place.
Justin Blackman, too. Drunk, yes.
Marcus Smart.
Yeah, Bryant Reeves got a scholarship.
Shout out to Big Country.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Country.
These are not academic geniuses.
They're not.
Bouquet, why didn't you go to a better school like Texas?
They didn't want my ass.
He couldn't get into Texas.
Clearly, because
you
kidding me? Fucking didn't apply.
Oh,
you
I
should
know.
have been at Vanderbilt.
I definitely applied and I got in, Rudy. I got in everywhere I applied.
Why did you go to Oak State? So you can fuck off?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes,
see,
basically.
he chose to half-ass it.
Yeah.
This is by choice.
Yeah.
I also got accepted to TCU. Go Frogs.
Okay, well,
that ain't tough.
Your parents would have spent way more money to get that degree than at
That's true.
Okie State.
That is true.
Yeah,
or
all
SMU. What's up?
Welcome in here. We've had. I'm a little bit. I may have to carry. Good Lord, I'm about. I may go hoarse here.
You all right? You make it.
It's episode 329 here from the Texas Cheer Studios.
What if I told you this was 3:30?
Pub Sports Radio. So I was right yesterday.
No, I made last night's 2:29.
3:29.
Why'd you do that?
Because it was an hour.
It was a full
Don't do that shit without telling me. You make me look bad on the show.
You don't look bad because you said 3:29, not 3:30.
It is a tradition in my career that I keep track of the show number. And yesterday he corrected me, and I thought he's wrong. And now I find out he was wrong. And so you're counting last night as an official in the building episode?
Yeah.
That's fine. I allow it. So we're on 3:30 today.
Yes.
Okay, very good. It's 3:30 here from the Texas Cheer Studios in Southtown, Texas. Don't fuck up the intro. I can't stand when that happens. Like, for real, that's the thing that'll make me get up and walk out. Don't fuck up my intro. I don't care if we fuck up anything else. Don't fuck up my intro. About that. Pull that as a drop.
I promise you, he's too caffeinated. It wasn't that serious. You're all right. You just said 3:29.
I don't like being off. It throws people off. It throws me off. Rudy, here's the thing. I'm eaten up with ADHD.
Me too.
I'm a very quirky guy. I don't ask for a lot. I'm not terribly high
I don't think
maintenance.
you're quirky.
I'm not high maintenance unless the few things. I don't give a shit about most things. I have a pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. You're low maintenance
balance.
to me.
But the things that do piss me off,
they piss you off a lot, really bad.
Correct.
Got you.
That's a sign of imbalance, by the way.
It's okay.
Like, I'm that guy that's like, I'm very consistent. Mike's a hard worker. He's reliable. But the time that I do fuck up, man, I fuck up.
You do know that guys our age, our biggest problem, right?
Routine getting fucked up?
No, we need therapy.
Oh, whatever. I don't
need therapy. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I promise you do. We all do, because we all grew up in life thinking that everything's fine. No one gives a fuck. Get over it. Just do the shit better. Work harder, and we don't let out our emotions. We're emotionally unavailable, and
That's not me.
Mike, you just got mad about 3:29 and 3:30. That's not unstable.
But it's one of the few things I get pissed off at.
But you get pissed about a number.
And I don't like I don't like bad communication.
That's not bad communication.
He did not tell me he was counting that fucking show. I would have known.
It's not that serious,
you
Mike.
You sat next to me for 5 hours, just mentioned, hey man, we're going to count this one tonight. So going forth,
he didn't think it. Jose, did you think it was a big deal?
No, but now I know it is.
Well, can I politely, professionally request henceforth, if we do an extra edition, make sure you tell me if you want that to count, which is fine. I'm happy with counting that, but I need to know that going in.
I agree.
Because I my OCD, I used to have OCD as a kid. I did.
I think
I had tendencies. I had blinked a lot. You ever seen a little kid like blinks too much? I was a blinker.
We all have. I do 7 strokes of deodorant per armpit.
7
each armpit. Like if it's not
2,
7,
3,
I can't
4,
function.
5, 6, 7. Good
and then
Lord.
That's a lot.
I count them.
That's a lot.
That's a shit ton.
I spell my name when I pee.
R-U. In your head?
As far as I can go.
I can't pee straight, so I can't do that.
RUDYJOHNSON.
Why do you do that while you're peeing?
I don't know.
Interesting.
OCD.
No shit. I used to reach down and touch the ground all the time as a kid. Like when I would be walking somewhere, my brain told me touch the ground.
That's some OCD.
That's weird, right?
That's some OCD shit.
Okay. I used to be this way. In my 20s, I had, not like this anymore. In my 20s, I had to have everything in my car set to even numbers.
Ruben Villegas just said the volume on his TV has to be an even number.
Oh, right there with you on that. Not
Really?
anymore. I got over it.
Right.
I got over it.
My toughest one to get over was the gas pump. Like if I say I'm gonna get 25 and it goes to 2502, I'll go to 26. But I stopped doing that shit.
I'll be damned.
I stopped doing that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, it's 2503, fuck it. That one was tough to get past.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't stop at 20. I was like, fuck, I gotta go to 26.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
But I'm past that one.
Okay. So I'm still trying to get over the 7 strokes.
A deodorant?
You know you don't need that many.
How much deodorant do we need?
I do 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
But you count them?
I do 3.
Damn, so 7's
So
a
I'm
lot.
not unlike you in that
But
I have to do the same amount.
I'm just putting on way too much. No wonder I go through that shit so quick.
7 strokes. Damn.
This is like
So that's
moisturizer
14
from,
total.
Yeah, you don't need that many. But do you, player? Here's the thing. And you talking about how we all need therapy.
Oh no, our age group.
Well,
because we're tough mother fathers and we don't want to be babied.
Well, here I ain't apologizing for being a strong man now. Don't fuck
Man.
that up. Yeah. Fuck that.
Me neither.
I'm not going to get turned into one of these androgynous
No.
pussies.
Me neither.
All these fucking pussies running around this country that are under 35. Miss me with that bullshit.
No, I'm not either.
But I'm not saying you should be like a fucking drill sergeant and never express emotion either. I don't do that. This show has been my therapy. The only thing that's kept me from having to go to therapy in my life is doing what I've done in my career.
Fair.
Having this crazy-ass job that I've had for 30 years in which I'm able to bitch and rant and rave and get things off my chest.
Your chest.
And have that's been therapy.
Well, if that's your form of but you're still getting therapy. So maybe that's why.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
In a weird form.
Yeah,
in a weird form, this is therapeutic. There ain't a therapist alive that would agree with that, by the way.
No. Well, that's because they got to make money.
Mike, that's an unhealthy view.
Right.
This is not professional therapy. I'm not saying it is, but this has kept me out of therapy.
Same.
And I've been able to overcome my little idiosyncrasies I had as a young man by doing this for a living, So all I'm asking is get the fucking show number right. That's it. That's all I ask. All right. It is in the building. Donate to us today.
Donate, damn it.
Via the Super Chat. You can also buy us coffee. Buki will link the Buy Me a Coffee link here in a minute. Become a member. They are only $4.99 a month. You get all of our exclusive members-only shows. You get all of our exclusive members-only swag. The subscriptions to our channel is absolutely free. Love You Hard TV. Subscribe to our partners at Pub Sports Radio and Anthem TV. I think I got them all.
You got them.
Thank y'all very much.
Can I give you some coffees?
Yes. I'm always down for more coffee.
Shout out to Kurt, who's a member of the Buy Me a Coffee group. Gents, longtime fan of both. Keep up the great work. Rudy J, thanks for the support for the 19th hole group.
Whoa, shout out to Kurt. Got to play some golf with Kurt on Sunday. What up, Kurt? What up, 19th hole? Bunch of retired Air Force dudes. Great group of guys. Hopefully do a tournament with them sometime soon. What up, Kurt?
Very good. Dougie Wise is in here. 7 strokes each armpit is diabolical. Yeah, I mean it is. That's a little strange.
I didn't.
How long have you been a 7-stroke man?
A decade.
Okay. Now look, I have to do the same amount.
You got to do 3, but you just saying, Rudy, you putting on way too much deodorant.
Yeah, that's a lot. You don't need that much. All right. Also, but here's the thing: I shaved my arm hair off.
I don't shave,
and I don't need more because
you don't have no hair. Don't have no bush.
Correct.
Making funk come from it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
What you just said. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And a lot of y'all think that's weird that I shaved my arm hair.
I don't think it's weird. I know guys that shave their legs.
Not currently bald. I mean, I got a little bit right now. What I normally do is I normally shave it once every 30 days. It's not an everyday deal.
I know what you mean.
I'm not like I'm a chick.
Can we get you to wax it on air one day?
Yeah, I'd wax it on air for fun.
I heard that shit hurts.
The pits, though, I ain't doing my balls.
No, we don't want to see your balls.
The pits are fine. Yeah. We've talked about this before. I trim the.
You manscape.
I manscape pretty good down there. And I go completely bald under my arms just once a month and then let it grow back and just once a month.
Only thing I do shave my chest.
See, I don't do that.
I shave my chest.
It's funny how what we think's manly and what just makes us feel more masculine and shit.
I shave
so you
my
have
chest.
a totally barren chest.
Yeah.
I've always had this little
Yeah,
landing strip right here.
Yeah, you got that little V-shaped bush.
All right. Tell us about this new show that is now on Love You Hard TV.
Oh shit! I was wondering what you're talking about. I was like, what? And I forgot. Yeah. Oh, it's called In Motion. So there's this post grad school founded by the guy who was on the show with me Monday, Mark Reed, and George Gervin's son, G. Gervin. Yes, the George Gervin. The school is called Postgrad Academy is called Strength in Motion, and it's for guys that, finished high school, maybe haven't been recruited, maybe need to work on the grades a little bit. It gives them a year of playing against JUCO teams, D3 teams, D2 teams, playing about 70 games, traveling overseas, playing against grown men overseas, and getting ready to, possibly get a scholarship or maybe go overseas. So in their 8 years of existence, they've gotten about $2.5 million worth of scholarships for their guys. Okay. So it started off as a way to help San Antonio because San Antonio players was a little shorter. Yeah. So a lot of their guards were getting looked over. So they're like, hey, let's start an academy, get them ready, get them to JUCO, get them to D2s, D3s. And here they are 9 years later. There's a huge community for this. All these parents and these kids playing AAU, everybody's trying to get their kid a debt-free degree. You know what I mean? That's the thing, that their goal is to, make sure these kids go into life not on Sally Mae and chasing their dreams. So huge community for it. Mark reached out to me during the Final Four cigar event, and I was like, yo, let's do it. I will throw it on the channel, take care of Buki, and we'll build it up. So
and you hosted it.
Yeah.
I saw clips. I need to go watch the whole show.
Yeah, it's just 30 minutes. Okay. 30 minutes, like twice a month. Just doing it twice. It's only going to be twice a month.
Well, don't forget to let me know when it's going to be on there.
It's going to be every other Monday.
All right. Okay.
Every other Monday.
Don't let me forget to.
I got you.
All right. Very good. Welcome.
So shout out to In Motion.
Welcome to G. Gervin and Mark Reed to Love You Hard TV. Wow,
yeah.
Hall of Fame names now on Love You Hard TV.
Yeah.
That's pretty kick ass.
G and Mark legends in this town.
Y'all jump on there and watch that on the Love You Hard TV channel. All right. It is in the building, presented in part by Jay Ribaldo, the official real estate agent of our program. So I saw today the Texas legislature, they are in the process of lowering property taxes again here in the state of Texas. Mm-hmm. Yet another one of and we talked a lot about transplants from California, as we spent the day in Austin yesterday. We talked about the invasion by others, and you can't blame folks for wanting to move to this state.
Well, your real estate, for them, our real estate is cheap. It is what it is. What do you want me to do about it? I'll call Jay Ribaldo. Let him hook you up.
Of course. And Bexar County is the cheapest by far. Travis is insanely expensive. But
not to a California person. It's not.
No, but they moved down here for a lot of other reasons. They're just tired of the bullshit and the regulation and all that kind of thing.
Good point.
They come to this state where we have way more freedom. We just do, period. And one of those things is lower property values. And the Texas legislature is in the process of lowering property taxes. It's a great place to buy or sell a home. San Antonio, Texas. Jay Ribaldo was our guy. Hit him up. He just closed with a subscriber. Well, they signed all the paperwork, waiting for all that to process. And then
it's a process.
In the next couple of weeks, that guy, Alex, subscriber, is going to finally close and walk into the front door. I noticed Jay posted this morning on his Instagram. Another guy, they were handed the keys, checked in today to their brand new house.
Jay's rich.
Jay's the man. 210-887-1081. He's rich in knowledge and know-how, and he's a damn good guy. Do business with Jay. He's the official real estate agent of us. You can see all of his specs, all of his different houses, everything he offers at Ribaldo.com. Ribaldo.com.
What up, Jay?
Thank you, Jay Ribaldo. All right. What else today? Last night.
Facts, Combs.
We were stuck in traffic. So we were having to kind of monitor the game in the truck last night driving home. And I got home just in time to see it turn into a blowout in what was pretty tit for tat. And last night in the opening game of the Western Conference Finals, Oklahoma City just waits. Oh, is it fourth quarter? Okay, cool. And just slaps Minnesota's ass with ease and they run away in Game 1 last night in the conference finals with a blowout.
I had to watch it like the Gen Zers watch it. I had to watch it on YouTube, minus the free throws, minus the timeouts. But, and as I'm looking in the Pub Sports chat, what up, everybody? Dougie, Wise, and Gorgon. They're bringing up probably the biggest topic in the NBA right now because obviously, these are 4 teams that most people don't care about. And it's been a topic all year, but Shai Gilgeous' ability to get to the free throw line. And to me, look, I've watched it the last 2 years. They call him a free throw merchant. I saw it with MJ. And he's not MJ. I saw it with Kobe. He's not Kobe. Allen Iverson. James Harden. We remember what we went through with James Harden. They changed rules because of James Harden, the swipe through rule. And now, SGA gets, I want to say, a bad rap. And let me tell you why he gets a bad rap. I'm not going to punish SGA for actually not just waiting at the three-point line. He attacks. He attacks the mid-range. He attacks the basket. He gets fouled. The refs call it because it's like, damn, I got to do something. Jason Tatum just sits at the three-point line and chunks up threes. Anthony Edwards just chunks up threes. Most of these dudes are just doing step-back threes. You're not going to get to the free throw line. The reason why he goes to the free throw line so much is he attacks. The more aggressive team goes to the free throw line more. There's no fix-in for OKC. You know what I mean? There's no fix-in. What is there to fix? Why would I help out OKC? If anything, if this was about Jalen Brunson, I could hear y'all's argument like, oh, well, the fix is in. They want, no, it's freaking Oklahoma. There's nothing in Oklahoma. Who cares about Oklahoma? SGA gets the benefit of the doubt because he puts pressure on the defense and makes the refs do their job. And it's tough. And then some of them they miss. Refs miss calls like players miss shots. Refs call phantom fouls just like players, have phantom turnovers that are unabated. So it is what it is, man. SGA is my favorite player. He attacks the basket, he gets rewarded. It's as simple as that.
Has there ever been a time in the NBA where fans didn't think that the refereeing sucked in general? Like never. If we go back and if we were able to go listen to people talk about the league in the mid-'70s, they'd be bitching about the refs.
Yeah.
It's the hardest sport to call.
What, NBA, you think so?
Basketball?
Over
on
baseball?
That level? Yes.
Okay.
The NBA is crazy hard to call. You could literally call something every fucking play. And the league has protected its stars since Magic Johnson was 20 years old. Why is it's this? It's just such repeat and rinse and repeat and rinse, bitching about refs and too many calls. It's been this way all of my life.
Yeah, I remember vividly the people bitching about Mike. You couldn't breathe on Mike. You couldn't breathe on Mike.
Couldn't breathe on Magic Johnson.
Couldn't breathe on Magic. Like, come on, man. Like this isn't something new.
Dude, so I in a past life in the 06 finals, Dwayne Wade set the all-time record.
How pissed were you as a Mavs fan watching that series?
I felt like the league. That's one of the few, and I've never been one of these conspiracy.
Cuban
guys.
Was heated for years after that series.
Well, Cuban shouldn't have acted like a fucking asshole the entire series, which he did.
But D Wade got a lot of whistles.
He did a ton. This is back when, and it was. I would say it was way worse in the early to mid 2000s than it is now. The refereeing. Back when referees were household names, everyone knew who Bennett Salvatore was that watched the NBA. Everyone knew They knew Joey Crawford and Billy Cunningham and these.
Who's the guy that Chris Paul hates? Steve Foster.
Yeah, Scott Foster.
Scott Foster. Yeah, Scott Foster. Yeah. No, you're right.
That's an NBA player. Whatever. There was Steve Jabby, the old man.
I remember. We knew all their names, which was bad.
The old man that used to run it down the creek, but he looked like he was 111.
That wasn't good for the game that we knew the refs' names.
No, it was terrible for the game. Zach Zarba, these fuckwads that were terrible back in the mid-aughts,
right.
Literally had Tim Donaghy on the take from Mafia members while he was calling games.
Which is insane.
Insane. So it's not as bad as it used to be. What I was going to say is in the 06 finals, that's one of the rare few times ever that I've actually thought maybe they do have it.
Maybe they wanted Miami to come up.
There's no question. If you're a human being trying to do your job, and there's this one guy in the corner that won't ever shut the fuck up, just Mark Cuban, naturally you're going to want to kind of stick it to him. Mm-hmm. You get tired of the bullshit.
You're like, you know what? I'm going to give you a reason to cry, like your mom would say.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. He was like a 15-year-old.
He acted like a baby.
Everything's
he was
a drama. And Dwayne Wade set the all-time NBA Finals record for free throw attempts in a series. And it was fucking bullshit.
It's
and
unfortunate.
He said it in 6 games. That series only went 6 games. And I was so pissed off. It's like the NBA's got to get a handle on refereeing once and for all. Mark Cuban also, on the other end of that fence, needs to shut the fuck up. It was just a horrible time where the refereeing was the story of the 06 NBA Finals between Dallas and Miami. It was awful. I don't think it's as bad now. I don't think it's as bad. And because the game is not as mucked up as it was, now where everybody shoots threes.
Right.
I think
it was way more physical.
It's still hard to call.
It was way more physical, so it was a lot more like, I remember Pop coming to, how is Tim Duncan the best player in the world and not get to the free throw line?
Even Pop bitched him.
Pop would do it. Phil would do it. They would play to the refs and the media, and then the next game, they would change it.
Because it worked.
It worked.
That's why they did that.
Dick Bavetta. That's the old man's name. Remember Chuck kissed him on the lips. Appreciate that, Gorgon.
Do you know why Manu Ginobili mastered the art of the flop? Because they fucking called it.
Him and Derek Fisher mastered flopping.
Don't hate the player.
Right.
Hate the game. All right. Things have gotten better. I do believe so. It is in the building. Want to remind everybody, I'm going to beat you over the head with this for the next 30 days. Rudy and I have a really spectacular night planned for all of us together as a show family. It is our longest day of the year party that we're going to celebrate on the longest day of the year, Saturday, June 21st at High Waves Church Event Center outside of 1604 off of Highway 90. It is an evening within the building with Rudy and I live on stage in front of a live concert audience. We'll have comics open up for us, special guests that we'll announce as we get closer to the thing. We'll give you more details on the food sitch, the alcohol sitch, rules and stuff. Just know that we're 30 days out here from our live show.
It's scary when you say that.
It is. I know. We're putting our balls out there because we're tough guys and we can handle it. We don't want it to fail, but we're betting on ourselves here. We've been betting on ourselves here for the better part of a year and a half, too. So now we're going to throw it out there in the form of a live party that we're going to have with our people, a live performance of our program on a stage with a giant audience and everything, and should be a good time. Working on swag, having different kind of merch out there that night.
Yeah, I just got butterflies.
We'll get through it. So it's a month out. It is Saturday, June 21st. It is the In the Building live concert at High Waves Event Center. Now that flyer that Bouquet's posting says 5 to 11. If we get to 9, I'll be pretty happy.
Yeah, we're just performing or whatever.
Yeah, and then after that, we'll just hang out after it.
Hang and bang.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bernard. I will read the ones that give us money and the ones that praise me. The Mike Taylor Torpedoes of Truth Tour. You bet your ass.
What's that?
Throwing down the gospel.
Oh,
all this refereeing bitching. Y'all think it sucks now? You must have been a young man in the mid 2000s because it was asshole bad.
It was awful.
It was so bad.
It was
so
awful.
bad. All right. Speaking of refs and plays and calling things, The Athletic has reported today that later this afternoon the NFL is going to ban the tush push once and for all.
This is
wow.
This is
wow.
If that happens, this is egregious. That would be like in Pop's heyday, the NBA saying we're banning the hack-a-Shaq because it's not fair. Like the NBA did. Now they made some rule changes where
there were those that think it should have been.
Yeah,
banned.
there was like, okay, you can't do it under 2 minutes. And teams today, I just saw what was it? Steve Kerr was doing it to Steven Adams in the Houston Golden State series. Mm-hmm. So it's still around, and it's like, keep in mind, Mike, the NFL is a copycat league, okay? So
big time.
It's not that the play is unstoppable. It's just that the way Philly does it is unstoppable. Ask Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills if it's just a play that can't be stopped. They tried it, failed. If it was that easy, the entire league would be doing it. It's just Philly has mastered it. Philly's mastered it, and everybody's mad about it. Like, this is so soft by the NFL if this goes through. If they really ban that play, I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
You want some breaking news?
I do want break. Is it related to this current topic?
Yes.
Okay.
So Jason Kelsey went with the Eagles owner to the meeting to lobby for it.
Yeah.
And it did not receive enough votes to get banned. So
good job, NFL.
Wait, according to Jason Kelsey,
No, according to Adam Schefter.
Good job, NFL owners.
That flies in the face of the athletic report.
Yeah, no, well, they thought it might be banned, but the good job by the NFL owners. Like, we're not going to do that, man.
So read Schefter's quote Schefter for me. Tell me what he wrote.
A ban of the tush-push play that Philadelphia Eagles popularized did not receive enough votes at today's league meeting in Minneapolis. The play remains alive, and there will be more tush-pushes.
Hey, shove that up your yin-yang Green Bay Packers.
Who else? Raheem Morris was bitching. He's like, I said it should have been banned 3 years ago. Like, bro. Now, look, if you get to if Philly gets to 3rd and 2, they're getting the first down. It sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're playing your team and Philly's at 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, they're moving the chains. That does suck. But stop it. Figure it out. Don't let them get to 3rd and 1. Don't let them get to 4th and 1. You know what I mean? Like I can't baby you because Philly's mastered something.
Here's the other thing too. It's also something that we totally overreact to. You know what percent of plays were tush-push plays last year of all the plays?
How many?
0.2%.
You see what I'm saying? So what are we doing?
What we always do. Bitching about nothing.
I'm glad they didn't ban it. Good job by the NFL owners.
The Wildcat got popular there for a few years back in the day.
Because there was a couple teams that did it really well.
Yeah, and then it got figured out, and then no one does it.
But it does suck. It sucks. It sucks when you're playing Philly.
But it's not outside the rules.
No.
You know, Buffalo runs it pretty well too with Josh Allen.
Yeah, he's 6'6".
Jalen Hurts, they've mastered that.
And again, when you're playing them and it's 4th and 1, and they're like, damn, they could either kick a 53-yard field goal here or just easily get a first down on us with the tush push, it frustrates the hell out of you.
Sure, absolutely. And guys get mad. Remember last year in the playoffs, guys from Washington were diving over the line of scrimmage.
They took like 4 offsides penalties just trying to time it.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was the NFC Championship game.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, man, I just don't see where it's outside the rules.
And are there people getting hurt? Like, if there's a bunch of guys getting hurt, okay, let's discuss it. But if not, just because you can't stop Philly.
Right. Football in the 20s and 30s was nothing but
tush push, right?
It was nothing but one big tush push. It was rugby. You know, it's not outside the rules. I don't like it aesthetically. It is
right. It's not fun.
But tough shit. You know, tough shit. You know, it is. It's not outside the rules of the game. It's not cheating.
No,
it's not. And it's not. Look, I don't have a massive opinion either way. I don't think it's outside the rules. And if had the league banned it, I wouldn't have been stunned. But because the fucking Packers were the lead dog on trying to get it banned, I'm glad it didn't get banned because I hate the fucking Packers.
I do too. And I'm a Bears fan, so go figure.
Well, you should.
Hey, just real quick, like less than a minute, Mike, since you brought up the word cheating.
Yes, sir.
I'll veer off the run sheet real quick.
That's all right. I do it every day.
Rory's driver gets banned at the PGA Championship.
Yes, sir.
Should have been banned. But he won the Masters with it.
He did.
Is that cheating?
Well, that's a great question for the PGA because they do like random club checks. All they said was the club's been compromised over usage. You can't use a 35-year-old club on the tour because I don't know the science behind clubs.
I don't either.
You know the number one, the most popular, most successful club maker in the world is in Fort Worth.
No, who is it?
So hillbilly redneck guy.
Okay.
I can't even think of his name. He did all Tigers clubs. Anyway, fun fact. That's a good point.
I don't know. I thought about that last. I was like,
that's Rory's probably why he was pissed and didn't talk to the media because he thinks it's unfair.
Because if that thing was supposed to have been banned and he won the Masters with it, is there an asterisk? Well, next on In the Building.
Right. Yeah, and let's use that in baseball terms. Let's say you're using a bat that's got too much pine tar on it, but they only check bats every month.
Okay.
So you've been using an overly pine tarred bat for the last 3 weeks, but because it didn't get tested, you're cool. That doesn't seem right.
Great point.
So now you're right. Yesterday, punching Rory for being too chicken shit to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But Rory may have a point here in that check them every week or don't check them.
Right.
You know?
Because I'm like, these dudes are creatures of habit in the sense of, and again, I'm not trying to make excuses for pro golfers. They're the best in the world. They should be able to adapt. But take it away from me on Monday so I can practice all week with the new one. You know what I mean? So I can get a feel for the new one.
Mm-hmm.
But taking it away from me Thursday after I just won the Masters with it.
Yeah.
Been working with it all week. I get there Thursday, I'm getting my work, and then you come check my bag and take it away from me that day. Yeah, that would rub me the wrong way. Only because these guys have a real. These are pros. They're the 1%. Yeah. They have a real routine.
Sure.
So I get why he's mad, but anyway, I was back to the run sheet.
Scotty Scheffler, I love his attitude. Was I'm surprised he didn't take my club 6 months ago.
You see what I'm saying? So like, what are we doing?
It take 2 years. It's too random.
Right.
It's way too random. The PGA either test them more often, tell everybody when they're coming, or stop testing clubs. Stop testing them altogether, which they won't stop, but maybe do it more often. Don't shock guys when they show up for a major tournament.
Or take my shit at the RBC.
Yeah.
Don't take my shit at the Don't take my shit at. I'm trying to go for back-to-back majors.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But Scotty won by 6 strokes
with that old club.
Yeah.
Well, on the first day, then they took it away, and he had to get a brand new club.
And he still won.
Still won the thing.
Yeah.
So maybe we're overreacting a tiny skosh. All right. It is in the building, presented in part by Slackers Bar and Grill. 5 locations. They're all 5 separate bars, but they all are owned by the same family, so they operate the same way. Like they all have separate Facebook pages, but they all do the same thing.
Absolutely.
And that is provide quality sports, drinks, and games. You got the Nacogdoches location, 281 in Thousand Oaks, Med Center on Fredericksburg Road, the one behind North Star Mall on Rector, and then you got the one on St. Mary's near downtown, the official sports bar, Slackers.
Tonight is about Nacogdoches, though. Beer pong league every Wednesday night has turned into a big deal, so head out to Slackers Nacogdoches, get you some beer pong in if that's your thing, if that's your jam.
Excellent. You ever had a weird jam that you got obsessed with that was kind of like a beer pong league being someone's jam? You ever had something that was kind of out of the box that was your jam? Like pickleballing? I guess not, because you bagged on it.
Too much Madden.
Madden. Okay.
I was in my mid-20s. Mm-hmm. I was addicted to Madden.
Really?
Like, it was bad. Like, every Tuesday night, like, babe, it's Tuesday. Mm-hmm. I'm going to my buddies. We're playing Madden all night. Like, stupid shit.
Like, to the detriment of your relationship playing?
No. It was one night a week. No, it wasn't like that. But it was like Madden marathons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably it.
Yeah. Mine was drinking too much beer. No, I've had moments where I got excited about something different, but then it fades.
Yeah.
Like I went through a phase where I played volleyball, indoor volleyball for about 2 years.
Me and my wife were in a sand volleyball league.
Into it.
Yeah,
boy.
we liked our sand volleyball league. It was fun.
And all of a sudden, I just lost interest. I woke up one day.
All it takes is for you to miss a week or two, and
out
then
of
you're
my
like,
system.
I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah, then you get older, and you got kids, and shit gets in the way.
You got shit to do.
Blah blah blah. Yeah. So these people, I support them hard. They have their beer pong league. At Nacogdoches, and it's big. It's big. Like
it's a big.
It really is.
What up, Dabby Cab over there? Appreciate you.
What's up, Dad?
Says he knows a bunch of dudes on the juice, but he ain't gonna name names. Because we're talking about cheating.
Oh well, I mean, I don't even. But I don't give a shit. I
don't
care.
Either.
I don't care. I'd be on the juice too. I mean, I just would. All right. You can listen to audio versions of our program as part of the Believe Podcast Network on Spotify, Apple, and iHeart. I appreciate people that still want to listen to the audio version.
It's weird.
Even though it doesn't really make us a lot of money. Do me a favor. If you prefer to listen to the audio versions, that's great. You're consuming us, and that's wonderful. Do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, though, on YouTube. That's the one that helps us the most. I don't care if you ever watch it. I mean, I'd like you to at some point. Make sure you're a subscriber to all of our stuff. If you're a fan of us at all, like all of the things that we do.
Are we on Spotify, Jose?
Yep. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not going to bring that person
every
up.
Day.
I don't want to give them any pub, but.
Every day.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you'd like to partner with us in the form of a new sponsorship, we're always in the market for new sponsor partners. Just know as a sponsor, you're on 2 different YouTube channels. You're on Anthem TV. You're on Spotify. You're on iHeart. You're on Apple.
Believe.
That's all part of the Believe Podcast Network.
Yeah.
You are getting you are getting multiple outlets promoting your company by doing business within the buildings. Yeah, we do our shows live every day on social media. So doing business with us, Rudy always jokes how one of these days we're going to raise our prices, but not yet. So just know it's still a good deal, and you get a lot of different outlets by partnering with us. All right, GC, Lone Star, two of our other great partners, GC Services Roofing, Lone Star Nano Services. These boys will come to your house and analyze your roof. If your roof needs to be treated, and if you have a roof that's kind of old and made out of asphalt, odds are, especially in the volatile weather we have in this state, your roof most likely probably needs to be treated with the Lone Star Nano Love Sauce that they put on your roof that can preserve the life of your roof by 10 to 15 years. In some cases, however, they'll come out, look at your roof, and it needs to be replaced. Okay, there's ain't no love sauce in the world. AI couldn't preserve your roof. It needs to be replaced.
Right.
And that's where GC Services comes in, serving San Antonio all the way down to Corpus Christi and the Gulf Coast of Texas. It is GC Services Roofing, 210-347-0426 or Lone Star Nano Services. Call our roof buddies, GC and or Lone Star. 8 new roofs they've now put on to subscribers of our channel. Proud of them.
Some more breaking news about the Tush Push.
Yes, sir.
There was a 22-10 vote.
Wow. Wow.
They needed 24 votes to ban it.
Wow.
So they were close.
They were very close.
Oh, damn.
The teams that sided with the Eagles include, this is all Schefter, by the way, the Ravens, the Patriots, the Jets, and the Lions all said they were not going to ban it.
Yeah, but we're not getting everybody, right?
Because that's not 10. Yeah, that's not 10.
Far. We'll see if Schefter tweets out more. But that
wait.
minutes ago.
You just gave me the 10 that voted to ban it?
No.
Those are the guys that sided with the Eagles. Yeah, to not ban it.
Okay, so 20-something teams said, no, we're not banning this.
No, 22 teams said we want to, but they needed 24.
I got them all fucked up.
So
it almost did get banned.
Almost. They were 2 votes away.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, the Patriots or Jets would have flipped with them. Yeah.
Well, and because it's that close, they'll bring this back up.
Yeah, it's about to be out of here. They got about one more season. It'll be out of here.
I want to know how Dallas voted. If you get a report on how Dallas voted.
Well, if I'm Dallas, I play them twice a year. I'm voting to ban it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If I'm the Cowboys, when it comes to the Eagles, I would like to ban.
I ain't helping them at all.
I want to ban quarterback sacks.
Yeah, I'm banning all that shit.
I want to ban touchdown passes against my team.
Yeah.
Because they own the Cowboys' asses in that division right now.
Speaking of them, did you see them good-ass, juicy-ass, hardcore, balls to the walls workouts Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons are doing?
Oh, is he getting ready for flag football?
Them boys going hard.
Oh, yeah, every year.
Them boys going hard.
They love to release their off-season videos before they go.
Well, Myles Garrett backs his up.
Well, yeah, I know, but Micah loves to brag about the work he puts in.
Yeah.
It's
hopefully this works in December. That's all we ask.
It never has. Why would it now?
Because he's with Myles Garrett.
So, Micah Parsons every year releases video of himself working with future past Hall of Famers,
flipping tires.
He'll have offensive linemen,
dips with chains.
He'll even have offensive linemen work out with him so I want to go against the best OL so I can better my game. And then what happens by November the 15th? He's out of gas.
Yeah, fair.
It hadn't changed before this year.
No debate.
I'm not. History tends to repeat itself.
His credit report says by Thanksgiving, he's out of gas.
He's out of gas.
Sure.
Until that changes, that's who he is.
Fair.
Maybe he would be better off going to flag football. They're going to have it for the Olympics.
Now let me ask you this:
28. Yeah,
I think Mike brought up a great point here, saying Austin. I think this may be a one and done, but if you're the Chiefs fans out there in the internet world, do you want your prized possession playing flag football? Because again, we've dealt with this here in San Antonio. When Manu went back to defend his gold medal in 2008 and doctors told him his ankle was a ticking time bomb, that's probably the only time San Antonio was mad at Manu ever in his career. I guarantee you the Spurs don't want Wemby going to play in the gosh damn Euro championships. Do you want your star players, because Justin Jefferson already said he's in, do you want your star players going to play against a bunch of spares in flag football in the Olympics? Like the guys that you've already given $50 million a year to.
No way. Stupid.
You don't?
No. Especially my wide receivers. You want CeeDee Lamb running dumbass routes in a one-off niche flag football Olympic tournament that goes one time because we have the tournament here in America? No. Absolutely not. They're going to be a wide receiver, blow out an Achilles or a knee.
Oh, don't say that.
Running around a fucking flag football field. No, I don't want that.
Like the Jets already suck. You want Sauce Gardner out there guarding the dudes from Germany?
I mean, I can't say no because I'm a huge advocate of the WBC, and I want all of the MLB players to play in the WBC, so I want all of these players to play in the flag football.
Okay.
Even though it's stupid that the U.S. will just let all their pro players do this because no other team or no other country has pro players like this, and it should be all the college players.
No, we're trying to win, sir. This is the United States.
You can win with all your college players, too.
Pickleball has more credibility being in the Olympics than flag
What about
football.
3-on-3 basketball?
No.
I'm glad the U.S. got their ass kicked in that.
No.
Go back to Venezuela.
Flag football's dumb.
It is, right?
In the Olympics, get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. It's just because it's going to be in the United States. The IOC wants more eyeballs.
So you think this is like breakdancing, one and done?
One and done, like surfing or break dancing. Come on, man. Breaking was in the Olympics. What we doing?
I want that back.
Well, what, the Australian lady? Because she duped everybody? That was a great
Look
bit.
how it went. I checked into the breakdancing twice during the Olympics.
You did?
Only because I was curious to see the bullshit.
Yeah.
And I tune in, and you got former 80s rap star Turbo and Ozone as coaches mentoring these young breakers. What the fuck is this, 1982?
It's awesome.
It was not awesome. It's awesome on its own. If it came through town, it might be a fun bit. But not as an Olympic sport where we have a podium and we're playing the fucking national anthem because someone won a break-off. And then you got that white bitch in Australia that made a total mockery of the entire sport.
That's what's funny, dog.
Pickleball, and you rip pickleball, that'd be more... It's more conceivable.
That, yeah, for sure.
It's more conceivable as an Olympic sport than fucking flag football. No, I don't want Justin Jefferson running routes for
Josh Allen,
Team USA.
They don't even want to play in the. But they'll never ever have another opportunity to get a gold medal. Exactly. That means something.
Well, let's just come. Okay, let's have a podcasting Olympics.
I would go hard in the paint for it
because I need a gold medal too, Rudy.
I know.
Let's just have a post office carrier competition in the Olympics because they have Olympic dreams too, Rudy.
Yeah, you're right.
That's bullshit.
We get our ass kicked.
Scooters
in post office, yeah, we would get annihilated in post office.
just horrible.
Does our USPS suck?
Probably
versus like Japan.
Exactly.
And how efficient that is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
they got like triple the people. And
absolutely. Dude, we wouldn't even finish in the top 50 in post office. We wouldn't.
No.
Damn, America, come on.
Driving like not an asshole, we would lose. Like it'd be ugly stuff here.
Driving like not an asshole. Yes. That sport needs an acronym.
Yeah, that's too long.
All right, what else today? This show is brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of In the Building. 7 locations, 6 in San Antonio proper, 1 up in Bernie. And what do they all have in common other than they're owned by the same family and they're all badass liquor stores? They give you 5% off when you mention In the Building at all Texas Cheer Liquors. I saw a thing in the news yesterday where tequila companies are scrambling.
Why?
Because Americans are slowly going back to pre-pandemic levels of alcohol consumption.
This is a good thing for Texas Cheer Liquor.
You think so?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like we're not drinking as much?
Yes, we're drinking less.
Yeah, and the owner of Texas Cheer showed me studies on Jose and them. Mm-hmm. They're not drinking like we drank.
That's
These
true.
kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
They like weed and pills. And depressing music.
They do love pills and weed. They love
depressing music.
They drink 7 C4s a day. Yeah, they do dumbass things. Yeah. Drinking peaked during the pandemic for the obvious reasons. I saw a study where it's starting to go back a little bit, though, especially amongst tequila, because there's also fear of the tariffs
Right.
And you also have an oversupply of agave because the demand was so high during the pandemic. Agave farmers just they just like
maxed out,
quintupled their agave growth, and now we got a bunch of agave sitting around not getting used because folks aren't buying tequila like they did.
Which is why every celebrity known to man has a tequila, because it's the easiest to get.
And now it's failing.
Yeah.
So Kylie Jenner, is it 818?
Yeah.
She just
Kendall. Kendall has that, and Kylie has Sprinter.
Okay, I get them all mixed up.
It's whatever.
Whoever has the 818 tequila, she's had to do layoffs in the company because of lack of the demand for her tequila. Mike Taylor show's own Matthew McConaughey. Pantalones. They're getting ready to. They're going to pull back on distribution here, and they're getting ready to introduce tequila in the United Kingdom.
I like
They're going to start marketing to the English to see if they'd start drinking tequila because tequila's not as prominent in Europe. But Matt McConaughey's like, hey, man, we're losing money. We just go over and do. We're going to have to start selling some of that shit over in Europe. So the point is, this is why it's a challenge to guys like our boy AD at Texas Cheer.
So get out there and support him.
Which is why it delighted me greatly Saturday. It delighted me greatly when I had a guy came up to me Saturday. Hey, man, my dad is getting older. He's cut back on drinking, and he started drinking infused drinks, CBD, THA, Delta, whatever, because he saw your commercial that you did for Texas Cheer Liquor. Yeah, that night I got blitzed on those 3. I'm like, I told him,
CBD?
I told him, I said, hopefully your dad's not drinking 3. I was just doing a bit. Don't drink 3 in a night.
No.
That's the point. You don't need to drink 3.
No.
You don't need, like Bud Lights. You need to drink 3.
12.
You need 12 to get a buzz. These little infused drinks, you can go get them. They are all over there at every one of the 7 Texas Cheer liquor stores. And so if you're an infusion drinker, maybe you're a millennial or whatever the hell his generation is, and they're cutting back on traditional booze.
They're losers.
I'll drink some
quitters.
I'm trying to get folks to go buy these things.
No, I'm talking about Jose.
You're making fun of the consumers.
Jose's a quitter.
No, we champion you, Jose.
Go get the CBD.
So all your pussy drinks, all of your seltzers.
Tell me.
You know, all of your infused vodka with all of your gluten-free rum.
Oh, God.
You can get all that at Texas Cheer Liquor, all 7 of it, including, and by the way, I ain't bagging on the people that drink them CBDs. That's good shit.
And
I enjoyed it.
And great sleep.
Oh, great sleep.
I sleep like a baby when I have those.
You know, it's funny. If anybody should be cut back on drinking, it's my middle-aged ass.
Me too.
And I should start drinking more things like that.
Yeah.
And I actually have. We had this young woman. We had a buddy, like Nina's friend's friend, not a girlfriend, girl. She stayed with us a couple months. She just went back home. Actually, she got a job working for freaking Amazon. She's got to move to Seattle, in the office. Anyway, so we had this young woman live with us for a couple of months. She just moved out, and she left a bunch of High Noon seltzers in the fridge.
That low calorie, low carb.
Isn't that old Portnoy's?
That's Portnoy. That's Mr. Barstool.
Yeah. So
filthy rich.
She left, and I told Nina, text her and tell her she gone. So those High Noons I'm assuming they're mine.
That's part of your rent.
And she said, absolutely, tell Mike to go for it, because I couldn't take it with me. You know, she moved.
You get a little buzz, right? And you don't feel bloated. You don't feel bloated.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. 1 bong rip, 1 High Noons, all I needed. I was good for the day. I was very solid. And all this stuff can be yours at any one of the Texas Cheer liquor stores. That's the longest live spot you've ever gotten.
Yeah, man.
But it was good. It's a good topic.
Yeah.
It's concerning to see that tequila sales are plummeting.
Right.
So that's why guys like them on, well, fine, we'll just sell Delta 8 drinks or whatever you call them. I don't know all the code words. I can't keep up with the science of it all. So Texas Cheer Liquor, the place to go get him. Good shit. Good shit. All right. What else today? Greg Costanuela, egg eating needs to be in the Olympics.
See
what we've done?
This topic's got to die.
See where it's
He's
gone?
not going to eat an egg. It is what it is.
Blame the Olympic Committee. And here's the thing: we always clean our bong, Ethel Wolf 98. Nina washes that thing out thoroughly. I don't give 2 shits about the Olympics anymore. Not really. Let me time out. Let me back up. Pop. I don't give 1 shit. I give a little bit.
I love the Olympics. Like I'm all in the whole month.
Wow. I've gotten cynical about it because the International Olympic Committee it's just a business. They don't care about the sanctity of sport.
No, but
that's why you had breakdancing up in that shit.
Yeah, the
It's
shit that I don't like, I don't
business.
watch. But
I get that.
Yeah.
No, I still get hyped for the traditional sports,
I
which
love
is why
track
I
and
bag
field.
on
yeah,
fucking. I mean, might as well just put pickleball in that shit.
yeah. No, some of the sports are stupid for
I'm
sure.
not anti-America. I think that IOC is a lot of the
Oh,
time
IOC is full of shit.
Full of shit.
Yeah, they're full of shit.
Full of shit. Bill Belichick is full of shit. He's on the run sheet today. I'm so ass whipped by this story.
Is this what you were telling me last night on the way home from Austin?
Yes, I'm beyond ass whipped over the Belichick shit. So
What happened?
So now all of a sudden, because Bill Belichick has spent 30 years being terrible in interviews, and then he finally starts.
Yeah, I've seen Bill on TV more than ever.
He's pimping this dumbass book that is probably the sales. He's probably done more to hurt book sales by going on television and talking about it because he is so sociologically inept. And then you throw in the idiot, dumbass Massa girlfriend that he is chained to, and it's actually fucking up his legacy here. And it's a shame to see. And so they're so worried about it at North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They have now hired one of the world's top PR firms and sent 3 of their people to accompany Bill this last 2 weeks as he's done all these media stops. And it has not really helped much.
I haven't watched not one. I've seen him at all these. I'm like, damn, Bill's on that show. Bill's on that show. But
you can
he
tell
looks uncomfortable, so I can't.
Uncomfortable.
So I can't watch it.
And you can tell he's trying to be more personable.
I can't do it.
And it's cringe.
His lady's trying to get him to come out of his shell.
It's cringe. And the PR company's trying to help him look like a real human being. Because he's so
like blink twice, Bill.
Yeah,
Are you all right?
Everything he says is so calculated.
Yeah, poor
He's
dude.
not just being himself. He has no ability to do that. And then you have another report now about old girl.
What happened?
The New York Times now backs this report that came out. I think it was The Athletic. They're saying that Hard Knocks, that was going to do a college version
on Belichick and the Carolina.
On Carolina, they decided, you know what? We're out of here. Tore the contract up because Belichick would not do it unless Jordan Hudson, his 24-year-old hunk of ass, got executive producer credit and got say-so. They demanded that Jordan sit in with Hard Knocks writers
and see what was going to be put out
and edit it all and give her input. They wanted her
she
to
had
be
final say-so
on the script. It's fucking HBO, baby. Hard Knocks is like, fuck you, we ain't doing that. Put them people in their place. I hope North Carolina goes 0-12 this year. Fuck.
What did they do? They didn't do anything wrong.
They should fire his ass.
The kids don't deserve 0-12, Mike.
Nah, fuck them. They should fire his ass. It's bullcrap. This whole thing is an ass whip. And the only interview that Belichick's looked somewhat normal on, he went on with your boy Ryan Clark. And it was but that was cringeworthy because of Ryan. Ryan clearly was handed a card with questions, and he went right down the line. He actually did ask about Jordan Hudson in this. You should go watch it. It's ridiculous.
I can't.
He asked about her, but from the opposite standpoint. Jordan's really helped you out and brought a lot of happiness to your life.
Well
and
played, Brian.
She's now helping running your brand. It's got to be awesome to have someone as smart as her helping you with your brand.
Well played, Ryan. He still didn't take the bait because he refused.
No. He did it as a softball.
Yeah, he had to.
He just wanted Bill to be on his show.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Jordan didn't have say so in it, which she clearly did, Ryan's great at being like, you've taken a lot of criticism for Jordan's involvement in your career. How do you respond to that as a legend? That's how he would have asked, but Jordan made sure he couldn't ask like
Ryan
that.
Clark's being dragged for that. It was a bullshit interview.
It was softball.
It was a bunch of softballs. It was like if Jordan Hudson wrote the questions, which she probably
I
did.
guarantee you she did.
You know, you see the beef Clark's in with RG3?
Yeah.
That's pretty good shit too.
It's crazy.
This is another ass whip. This is another ass whip.
I see both sides.
The WNBA, I am trying. You know, I told you, Paige Beckers I'm a Dallas Wings fan now, and I'm also a Vegas Aces fan because of Becky.
Okay.
And I love Asia Wilson. She's a dog. She's a baller.
I love Asia, and her shoes are fire.
I'm asked with, and look, I'm not trying to single out Angel Reese here, right? So she got in a little thing the other day because Caitlin Clark popped her, and she popped up all pissed off. I'm like, I don't know why she didn't need to get that pissed, unless maybe they were talking shit the whole game. I don't know the context.
They're arch rivals. I
am
guess.
ass whipped by this whole thing now because in the heat of the moment, Caitlin Clark fouls the shit out of Angel Reese. They already have beef. Right. They already don't like each other. Angel Reese jumps up, totally overreacts, whatever. They review it. Caitlin got a flagrant 1, as she should have. That's it. It should be over from there. I'm ass whipped by 2 things that happen every time these two play each other. We get white people and black people pitted against each other over this Angel Reese Caitlin Clark rivalry, which fucking pisses me off. I hate that. It turns into race, which pisses me off because you get and rightfully so. It's like, all of a sudden you got all these new white people that now pretend they like NBA. Now they like the WNBA. But then you also get. But I also think Angel Reese is a hothead and is letting Caitlin Clark affect her. I think she's in her head some too.
Sure,
it goes both ways.
Sure, she is.
And then what happens is they get into a thing. All the fans go apeshit. They start yelling, and all of a sudden we get the WNBA does not tolerate hate speak.
Yeah.
I mean, were people yelling racist things at Angel Reese?
I don't know. I didn't watch the game. I only saw the highlights.
These WNBA gals, they want equal treatment. Okay, y'all don't want equal treatment because in the heat of a game, when the fans are talking shit like they have done in sports in this country for over 100 years, you get your feelings hurt and you bitch about it. Now the WNBA is investigating fan behavior at the game. That's the shit that makes me not want to watch the WNBA. Y'all want to be big time. You want to be treated like professional athletes. Yeah. The fans up in your shit is part of the deal.
Depending on what's being said.
Unless it's racist, then they should have their ass kicked out and banned forever.
Depending on what's being said. But no, that's a part of it.
I need to know what was said.
No, but that's a part of it.
Because to me, it happens all the time. This goes back a couple years now with the WNBA. We got an investigation every fucking week in the WNBA. Coaches, man. Could you imagine Pop trying to coach a WNBA team? They would have his ass. They'd have his ass canceled within 3 weeks in.
Pop wouldn't be able to do it.
Look, these are women, and I get that, right? So, but I was told to treat y'all equal. But you can't handle the heat. If I heckle you and say you suck,
or if you're
being a hater, we're not going to have hate speak in the crowd.
Or if I'm talking shit about you on social media, it's a part of it. Ask LeBron. Ask Shea Gilgeous.
That comes with the territory.
Ask James Harden. Ask Paul George.
Racism and violent threat, not acceptable.
No, but I'm saying
But saying you suck, that's part of the game.
That's a part of it.
And so RG3 goes on with Ryan Clark this week on his show.
Well, no, I don't know if they went on with each other, but I know
I think that they were.
I thought RG3 had something to say about Reese, and Ryan came back and was like, you said it. The way you talk about Angel Reese.
So RG3 is blaming Angel Reese for being a hothead. You're being too instigative and all this kind of thing.
He got kind of.
And then RG3 got butthurt and went on Twitter and accused. He says just because RG3's wife is white,
sure,
and he said that Ryan Clark basically said you don't have a right to talk about black women because you don't live with one. And that pissed off Robert Griffin something awful.
He told him,
like, motherfucker, my mama's a black lady.
Yeah, he told him you don't.
So now they got major beef.
Yeah, that's.
And see,
I don't got enough time.
We should not. How are we here over a one full fucking flagrant foul? Now we got investigations. We got strong black men pitted against each other, arguing because one of them's got a white wife over a one fucking foul. The WNBA needs to lighten the fuck up.
I don't think it's over one foul. I think it's over the way some people like Ryan Clark see Angel Reese being covered. Especially by people that, don't watch it. So, and then, some of the way that RG3 was animated and the way he was describing how Angel Reese is can be seen as he was mocking how black women get when they get upset.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a little deeper rooted than just a foul.
I mean.
A little deeper rooted than just a foul. But saying that a man that has black aunts and sisters and cousins and mother can't speak on the plight of a black woman because he married a white woman is too far. He shouldn't even bring up the man's wife because you're a lot of your
too far.
That's too far. That's crossing the line.
And all you're going to do is piss off Robert Griffin, and now you no longer have a constructive discussion.
Yeah, now
y'all are mad
because now if I'm RG3, now I can't even come at it level-headed, because now my wife and my kids are looking at me like, Dad, you gonna take that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm on 10 because you brought up my family. So
yeah, for sure.
Again, you can disagree with like, hey, I think the way Ryan Clark should have said was, you're feeding into the stereotype, RG3, and left it at that. Like the way you're covering Angel Reese is you're feeding into a stereotype that black women just walk around angry. And you can leave his wife out of that and say that.
Yeah.
And just leave his wife out. But when you bring my wife into it, now there's no, I don't want to talk. I don't want to have a level-headed conversation. I don't want to come on your podcast.
Right.
Because you brought up my wife. And you said, oh, well, you sitting there and you talking about Angel Reese and how she's this and that with your white wife behind you clapping. And I'm like, Jesus Christ,
that's not
Ryan.
cool. That was not cool.
I'm like, Jesus, Ryan, like, hold on.
Not cool.
Hold on. Now, RG3 said, well, he, ESPN, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, RG3, he didn't say this on ESPN. He's an employee of ESPN, but he said this on the Pivot. He didn't say this on ESPN. And ESPN has given him and Stephen A. and Pat McAfee the right to go and do their own thing. And when they're off doing their own thing, they're doing their own thing. But no, Ryan crossed the line. Ryan could have gotten his point across without bringing up his family.
Can you imagine how ass-whipped Caitlin Clark is to all this? She's just trying to play ball.
She's just hooping. It's not Caitlin's fault that everybody gravitated to her.
She's been labeled all these things now. She's just trying to hoop.
Yeah, she's just trying to hoop.
It's an ass whip.
Yeah. It's not Caitlin's fault that every game she goes to is sold out and her games are the highest rated. That's not her fault. She's just Caitlin Clark hooping. She's one of the best to do it. And she gets a lot of shit for it. But that comes with the territory, too.
And she's handling it pretty good.
Yeah, that comes with the territory, too.
And she defended Reese
all the time
in the fucking postgame. She's like, yeah, I slapped the shit out of her.
All the time.
And if anyone said anything racist, that's bullshit. They ought to be kicked out.
Agreed.
To Caitlin Clark's. See, the girls are handling it fine. It's us,
the media,
us that are taking it and doing stupid shit.
We don't know how to handle anything.
And fans, too, overreacting. Because why? Because we watch these games in clips, like you said.
Right.
Don't even know the context. Right. Didn't even watch the fucking game. You saw one foul.
Right.
Now let's have a race talk in America.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Because I like Ryan Clark and I like RG3 too.
I like them both. I love what RG3 is doing outside of ESPN. Now
it's
that
great.
ESPN let him go.
I like it.
His show's great.
It's great. They're both great. So let's just. Can we calm down here?
Don't bring up people's wives and life will be fine.
And the thing that pisses me off is in the WNBA, now we're going to have to launch an investigation because, okay, then prove to me y'all had some racist talk and then find out who they are and get their ass out of here and take care of it.
Ban them.
All right, put Canoopers in here. Thank you, Aaron. In the building, $4.99. Did Belichick ask this girl to marry him?
Is that fact? Can we fact check that? Are they engaged for real?
I'm going to need a fact check. Belichick went and put a ring on it, he says. Lord have mercy.
I didn't know
Where'd
that.
you see that, Aaron? Send that to me. Shout out to Julian B. celebrating 3 months of Tier 1 membership. Yesterday's show was awesome, mostly because we didn't have to hear Bookie's off-putting laugh. Okay.
Damn. What did Bookie do to deserve that? Bookie catching strays for no reason.
I know. We're all lathered up. Let's do some punching, shall we?
Let's punch
It's that time. It's In the Building on Love You Hard TV.
Now, it's time for People I Want to Punch on In the Building.
All right. Presented in part by the official family lawyer, Orlando Kell.
The simple punch. Mike and I rolling in from Austin last night.
Oh,
He rode with me, so I'm taking him home. Me and my wife are taking Mike home. And we rolling. We finally get into San Antonio, only to come to a screeching halt on 35 South for about an extra 30, 45 minutes, only to find not a worker in sight on the south side of 35. Now, again, Mike's had people approach him at Texas Cheer Liquor. Hey, Mike, just want to get you know, man, just want to educate you a little bit. It's not Text. Okay, it's not Text. I don't give a shit who you want to blame. But to have 35 South down to one lane, what time was it, Mike? About 9:30, 9:45?
Yeah.
And now we couldn't find a worker for miles, and we sat there forever.
I was so beaten down.
We were so beaten down. Like, what? Like,
it's helpless.
The fact that 35 is taken literally, and I'm not like, this is not for effect. 35 is taken in the San Antonio part 20 years. How does any highway, how does any road, how does anything take 20 years. Like 35, north, south, east, west, has whipped our asses in San Antonio for over 20 years. So if it's TxDOT, whoever the new, Mike said we're going to tweet the new mayors. Whoever the new mayor come down to, fix this shit.
Yep.
Like there's no reason that 35 should take over 20 years to fix. So that's my punch. In and out. Whoever it is it TxDOT? Is it the construction company? I don't know. Punch all of y'all since none of y'all can get y'all shit together.
So I probably pissed off some folks last night, which is okay. Sometimes the truth sucks. We were talking about how Austin takes way too many stray bullets for a lot of dumbass reasons. Austin has its strengths and its weaknesses, but Austin takes a lot of unfair criticism. I was in both cities yesterday. Their traffic is a hell of a lot better than ours.
And that's saying a lot because Austin traffic is
it's not
famously
good.
Awful.
Famously awful. We have now gotten worse than they have, unfortunately.
We're worse than Austin.
Because
and that's tough to do.
Under siege. I want to punch Travis Hunter's dad, Travis Hunter Sr.
I missed this.
This is an amazing time in your son's life, but yet I got to read about you in the news cycle now.
What'd he do?
Very unfortunate. All right. Yahoo Sports. A Florida judge has denied a request by Travis Hunter's father to lighten the community control supervision portion of his criminal sentence for gun and drug possession charges. The dad has been convicted on gun and drug charges in Florida.
He's been in jail for a while, right?
Dad's asking to get let out early because he's going to go help his son now that he's starting his professional career. And the judge is like, you ain't getting special treatment because your kid is Travis Hunter.
Right.
Travis Hunter Sr., per a police report cited by USA Today, got pulled over for not having any lights for the tag on his car in Lantana, Florida a couple of years ago. Cops found drugs, a pistol, and a loaded magazine upon searching the car. They then say that they engaged in the search after identifying Hunter Sr. as a habitual traffic offender who was also driving without a license. Got dope, unlicensed gun.
How long is he in for?
Loaded magazines, no license, speeding down the highway in Florida.
I wonder how long he's in for.
Pleaded guilty to drug possession and gun charges after being charged with illegally possessing a firearm he was already a convicted felon, so he was not supposed to even have a firearm. Was convicted in 2018 for the sale and possession of heroin. Sentenced to 90 days in jail, 3 days of probation, 3 years probation on this latest charge. He's just a mess.
Yeah.
A mess of a guy. So he went before the judge and asked the judge to let him out early so he can help his son. He wants to, quote, the lawyers are like, he needs to assist his son with furthering his promising career with the National Football League. I think your son's doing just fine without you, Dad.
No shit. Yeah. I think he's gotten this far.
Right.
I guess finish out the sentence, man.
The judge tells the lawyer, I hear these circumstances have changed with your son. You know, my hat's off to your son. But I don't know that these changes change your situation. In fact, it's given me some concern that you're asking me for special treatment. And the lawyer cuts in and goes, we're not, Judge. Says, and I'll tell you why. If someone were to win the lottery and someone was to get a new job, if someone was to move to a different neighborhood, all those situational changes are not asking for favoritism. They're saying that Travis...
He'll be able to be a different person because he's not in that surrounding anymore.
Right, and Travis needs him now to help him manage his house and money and all that stuff.
He has his own Bill Belichick situation.
Highly unfortunate. This is a moment in Travis's life. Because it's funny, all the shit that gets talked about the Sanders guys, the Sanders brothers and Dion.
Sure.
Travis Hunter is known for nothing more than like the best fucking kid, the most humble kid, just all shucksy. I just want to play ball. And we talked about him before. He just wants to play ball, fish.
No shit. Yeah.
I mean, we worried about his own girlfriend messing him up.
She seems fine.
And now we got a dad who's a mess. This is the time in a young man's life where you have the world by the balls. And what do you always say? You can't take them all with you.
Can't take them all with you.
Even if it's your dad.
Can't take them all with you.
Man, it's a red flag. Travis Hunter Sr., okay, cool. When you do get out, Get your shit together, please.
Hopefully
You don't need to be selling heroin when you got a multi-millionaire
now
son.
you don't have to be in that environment any longer.
Don't be leeching off yourself. Have your own life.
Right.
You go work for your son.
Give him a job.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Travis wants to hire his dad to like help him with stuff.
Yeah, he does.
And fine. Then go do the job. Have an honorable job. Help your son. Don't steal his money.
He won't be able to.
Don't
he won't
embezzle.
He won't have POA.
You know, you're a felon. No more guns in the car. All this.
Right.
Just get your shit together, man, because your kid's amazing, and I hate to see anything like that. Fucking
Agree.
kid. Julian B. back in
What'd
here
he say?
with a donation. Now, he's smart. He insults my producer, then he gives us money. Here's money because I've been bumming shows and not putting in. Thank you, Julian.
Thank you, Julian.
That. All right, we went long today. We was good.
Did we? What time
good.
is it?
We went good.
Oh shit! Let's
We went
go.
long, but
Jose
we
got
went
other
good.
work to do.
All
Sorry,
right,
Jose.
I got to go feed dogs and go to the golf course.
Oh.
I told them
Yeah.
I couldn't make it. I
That's
called
okay.
them.
Well, we'll take a picture for you.
Yeah.
Love y'all hard. Thanks,
And
everybody.
that hurts my soul. I love golf.
Thanks, everybody. Love y'all very much. Thank you to Jose Bouquet. Thank you to Pub Sports Radio, Anthem TV, and all of our subscribers and members at Love You Hard TV. Rudy and I back mañana for another edition of In the Building.